Tonight we're at the Morgan County Jail in West Liberty, Kentucky.
One of us is actually going to end up being handcuffed in that cell completely alone.
There are many reports of physical assaults, physical attacks at this location.
People have passed out, people have been scratched, pushed, hit.
What was that?
Something just knocked?
Yeah, 2 knocks. That was loud.
That was 100% a female voice that came from this area.
That was so loud.
There's only us here.
Yeah.
What the f was that?
It was like a hum.
That was a voice.
Did you hear that? That was crazy. I don't know what that was.
That was like a female voice.
Yeah.
100%.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. Tonight we're at the Morgan County Jail in West Liberty, Kentucky. This location is pretty new to the paranormal. Not a lot of teams have covered it, but people have been physically attacked at this location.
Now this jail first started out in 1939 and it would operate all the way until the early 1990s. Now Marshall from Blue Collar Paranormal told us earlier today that where we are in Kentucky, basically, if they needed a confession out of somebody here, they got one no matter what it took.
There's an interrogation room just down the hall from where we are right now, and they said that they would lock the doors and just keep people in there and get confessions by whatever means necessary.
Yeah, now there is one documented death here. It did occur upstairs in the jail cells. A gentleman did take his own life. We are going to try to make contact with him up there. One of us is actually going to end up being handcuffed in that cell completely alone at the end of the night. Now there are reports of other deaths happening within the building, but there is no documentation to back them up. But there's a lot of rumors on what went on behind closed doors here.
Another very interesting thing about this location too, it served as a museum for quite some time. They brought a lot of war artifacts in here, and it's believed that many soldiers actually still reside in this location, and it's thought that they were brought here by the museum's days.
Yeah, they don't know what came with those artifacts or what they brought into this location. We're not really sure what we're dealing with here because, like I said, it is newer. Now there's reports of people being pushed, scratched. People have even passed out and actually fallen face first onto the cement floors here.
Marshall from Blue Collar Paranormal, if you guys don't know who they are, check them out. We're gonna link their stuff down below. He comes here all the time. They do live streams from here all the time, and he was physically affected here. He lost part of his night.
Now Marshall isn't the only one. There was actually a woman here on one of the public ghost hunts who claimed to be a little bit sensitive, and so they sat her down in one of the chairs here that they don't typically have people sit in, and she also blacked out and doesn't remember part of her night. So multiple people have had pieces of their night just removed from their memory. People have passed out. People have been scratched, pushed, hit. Doors have slammed. I mean, pretty much anything you can think of has happened in this location, and it's a blank slate. We really don't know what to expect here.
From the history of the location itself during its time as a jail and all the history that came through when it was a museum, I think we have our work cut out for us tonight. I think we just need to dive right into it and see what the Morgan County Jail has to offer.
Yeah, we're gonna throw everything we have at them, EVPs, an Estes session down in the interrogation room, and like I said, one of us is going to be handcuffed in the cell where the gentleman took his own life tonight. So we're gonna see what we can uncover here, but let's get our stuff, let's get into it, and start investigating.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright guys, made it down to the interrogation room. So to set in here, the sheriffs would get confessions by any means necessary. So basically we're going to do an Estes in here and see if we can make contact with either the sheriffs or the people who were interrogated in here, try to get some answers as to what went on in this building.
Yeah, they said that a lot of times they get weird feelings in this room.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it boils down to. Feelings, you'll hear voices in the hallway, some footsteps, that kind of stuff. So figure we can try to make contact in here with the Estes. I'll bring you guys out there, show you. We have some equipment set up out in the hallway as well. And we'll kind of just go from there.
And kind of in the same vein as the museum too, they have a ton of records just in this next room over here dating back to like the 1880s and 1890s.
Yeah.
So could be anything connected to that as well.
But you're gonna wonder, good luck. I'm gonna go out here and we'll see what's going on.
Factual statement.
All right, so here's some of the records, guys. That's what he's talking about. 1896 to 1917, and there's just stacks of them here and stacks of them over here. Same thing. These are all different ledgers from the entire county court dockets. I mean, everything that's dating back to the early to mid 1800s is still right here, which is pretty interesting. We have a REM pod set up on the stairs here, another one up in the hallway. And then we also have the static dome and the music box out here pointing down the hallway. A lot of stuff goes on out in this area, so we'll see what we can get with that while he's under for an Estes in there. Hello. My name is Steve. Dylan's in the interrogation room over here. He's got some headphones on and a blindfold. He's sitting in a chair. Basically, he's here to talk to you. Whatever you say to him, he'll repeat and I'll be able to hear you and I'll ask you some questions and we can communicate that way. Are you willing to talk to us tonight? We know Marshall, we know Jada. I know they come here a lot. They invited us here tonight to speak with you.
It's got a weird sensation like I was falling.
Weird sensation like I was falling. What happened in the interrogation room? Did bad things go on in there? Were people forced to confess to things that they didn't do?
It was like a male voice under the static. I couldn't make it out.
Are you one of the jailers? An inmate? Who are we speaking with?
Female voice couldn't make it out.
So far he's heard a male and a female say something. But he can't make out what you're saying. Can you speak a little louder? Maybe a little more clear so we can understand you? If you have a message you want to pass on, this might be the easiest way for you to do that. What the fuck was that? Did he just move? I don't know if he just moved. I don't know if he moved his hand. I actually have to pull him out and ask him really quick because I don't know. I know I pulled you out super early. Did you move before I came in here? Like, did you move your hand or your arm or something?
I don't think so, no. Why?
So from where I was standing out here,
scared me.
I know. Well, it's only been a couple minutes, but from where I was standing out here, I can see like the red light, like the glow of the red light in here, and clear as day, a shadow went across this whole wall, like this entire,
like the wall,
like up here towards the top, like towards the ceiling up here. But I didn't know if you had moved your hand like in front of this light, and you know what I mean?
Like I don't. Anything I could have done.
Because I was out here. That was actually super fucking weird.
Yeah?
I was out here, and I had the camera actually pointed towards me, and I was looking back that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it blocked out. It would have been probably in this height right here.
Why?
Right above there. It literally just looked like this, like it wasn't super dark like my arm.
Right.
It wasn't like that dark, but it moved right across here.
Like I'm trying to move. All my shadows are cast behind me.
I know. That's what I was trying to figure out. That's why I couldn't. But that was my first thought. Like I didn't know if you like had fixed your hoodie or something like that. I have no idea. That was weird.
It was weird too. Like right after I put the headphones on, it felt like I was falling. It was almost like the wall wasn't here, and I was just falling backwards. It was such a weird sensation. I don't even know how to describe it.
It was yeah, it went from left to right. Like that's why I thot it was you, because it started by you.
Right.
And moved this way. I didn't know if it was like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. That's weird.
It didn't look like a person or something. Right. It was just like a shadow moved over there.
That's interesting though that it's in this room. It's not out there with you.
Yeah. It was weird. Huh. I don't know. All right. Anyways, go back under. That was. I just had to ask you because I couldn't see you.
Right.
So I wasn't sure. That was actually super weird.
Scared me.
That was very, very strange. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what that was, but that was clear as day. From where I'm standing, you can see the red light on the wall in there. It blocked out just underneath the door, and it went across from this side over here. I have no idea what it was. That's why I had to ask him though, because I wasn't sure if he had moved his arm or moved the spirit box or something in front of the light in there, casting a shadow, because obviously I can't see him behind the wall here. I'll put the footage up for what I see, and I'll put them side by side so you can see what his camera sees and what I see to show that he's not moving. No idea. Super, super weird. It didn't look like Head and Shoulders or anything. It was just like a shadow moved. A shadow moved directly across that wall right in there where he is. So, I don't know. Very, very strange though. Did I just see you? Did somebody just move in the interrogation room where Dylan is? It's okay if you did. You're not in trouble. I'm not here to kick you out. I'm not here to make you leave. I'm just here to talk to you, communicate with you. We have some questions. We have some questions. We have some questions.
I felt like someone just tapped the chair.
I heard that.
It was
heard that from out here.
2 or 3 taps. It was kind of wild, actually.
I actually heard that from out here. I thought it was him moving. That was weird. So it seems like somebody's in that room with Dylan right now. There's somebody in the interrogation room with him. Who's in there with Dylan? Is it a jailer? Are you going to interrogate Dylan? Or is this an inmate that's trying to get out of there because of what happened? I'm going to try something. I'm going to do an EVP session while he's under.
Same male voice. It's like under the static.
Try to do an EVP session while he's under and see if we can get him possibly to say the same thing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. If there's somebody in the interrogation room with Dylan right now, can you please say hello? 1, 2, 3. Let's see if they said it out here. Obviously they didn't say it out loud from Dylan yet, but let's see.
That's a weird voice. It was like same male voice. They like whispered though. It sounded like it said hey.
Holy shit. Holy shit. So if they said hello on here, I said, can you say hello? And he said, it sounded like a male voice said hey. If they said hello on here.
There's somebody in the interrogation room with Dylan right now. Can you please say hello?
There's something there. Hold on.
Somebody in the interrogation room with Dylan right now. Can you please say hello?
I can't make it out, but he said hey. There's something on here too. I don't think it says hello. I can't make out what it says, but as soon as I ask that, he says hey. It's really like the first voice he's been able to make out what it was saying the whole time. I'm gonna go closer and see if we can get him to say the same thing on both. Ready? Same thing. I'm gonna ask you to say something. Can you say it to me on this device and also say it in there so Dylan can hear you and he'll repeat it, okay? So on the count of 3, I'm gonna ask you to say Morgan County. Can you say Morgan County on the count of 3 to both this device and Dylan in there? 1, 2, 3. Please say Morgan County. One, 2, 3. Let's see. See if I said it on here at least.
Please say Morgan County.
Again, there's something there. It's quiet though.
Morgan County.
Does it say it? Does it go Morgan County? I can't tell. Morgan is more pronounced than county if it does say it. I'll have to check with headphones if I can hear it a little bit better. I can't make it out, but he didn't say it that time, so I don't know. I don't know what to make of this so far. This is very, very weird. Again, we're just here to speak with you. We've been invited here. A lot of people know that you're here. A lot of people are going to be coming here to talk to you. This jail is no longer in operation. It's not used for anything right now. Do you feel trapped here?
Sound like a woman said help.
Help. What do you need help with? How can we help you? Are you stuck? So they did have a women's holding cell and a women's cell upstairs. It would house upwards of 20 to 30 women at a time. You'll see it when we get upstairs. It's not a big cell. It's super, super small. And they were crammed in there. 20 to 30 women at a time. They had one cell for any women that were in this jail. They would put them all in there. It's possible. You know, it's very possible that this woman could be asking for help from either that or from whatever was going on in the interrogation room. Again, we don't know what happened behind this closed door. But Marshall said basically anything that needed a confession, they got it. Whatever it took, they got the confession that they were looking for in this room. We don't know what that means. We don't know how they did it, but they were managing to get these confessions from every single person that they needed to get them from. And it happened right in this room. And now he's getting a female voice saying help. But that's interesting. He's getting a male and a female voice. So is that like the jailer, you know, interrogating a female prisoner or a female person that's been brought in here for an interrogation? Are we picking up on that? Is that what's going on in there right now? I saw the shadow move. He feels like somebody's tapping the chair. So whatever is in this area seems very, very centralized into this back interrogation room itself where he is. He's not saying a ton. When he is saying things, he's not picking up clear voices. It's weird. It's almost like they're hesitant to speak with us. But we are new here. They don't know us. I'm wondering if when we get up to the jail cells, if it'll be different, if it'll be more in your face, a little more aggressive up there in the cells. Again, somebody's gonna be handcuffed up there by themselves later tonight. We're gonna move soon. We're gonna move to a different area of the jail and talk to other people. We only have a few more minutes down here. So if there's something you want to say, now is the time. If you're out in the hallway, make a noise, slam a door, run down the hall, yell something. You're not going to scare us out of here. We know you affect people. We know you attack people in this building. Physically, mentally. You aren't going to scare us. Slam this door. Think you can do that? I don't think you can do it. I don't think you have the strength to slam this door. I might pull them out here in a minute. We'll move on to the next spot. There's a couple more spots we want to hit in this building. And then we still have to do solo. So there's a lot of ground to cover and there's a lot of different areas to hit, even though it is only 2 stories. So I might pull him out because they're not really talking to him through the Estes. So I'm gonna pull him out and we might move on to the next spot here and just see what we can get, trying some other methods.
Good Lord.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good jump. So quiet.
Yeah.
You weren't saying a ton, but one of the only things that you can make out, the guy whispering, hey.
Yeah.
So I tried something else. I said, I'm gonna take out a DR60. I'm gonna try an EVP session while he's under.
That's something you guys commented actually.
So I said, on the count of 3, can you say hello to me here and to Dylan? And I recorded maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, played it back. There's something on there, I can't really make out what it says. It's quiet. And then as soon as I played that, you go, hey. So it was close. It was similar. It wasn't exactly. And I had asked him again after trying Morgan County. Yeah. And it almost sounds like on the DR60 there's a whisper of Morgan. You can't really make out county, but you obviously didn't say anything in relation to that.
It was wicked quiet. It was interesting too. Because it was like, it's hard with places like this, right? Because if a lot of teams aren't really coming through here, maybe they're not used to this equipment. You know, we can't expect them to pick it up immediately. We don't know how any of this works.
Right.
It almost seems like there's a delay. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
You know, if you got if you ask them to say, hey.
It was strange because it was like you said the female voice, though, right? And like my thought is, you're hearing a male voice, you're hearing a female voice, you can't really make out what they're saying. Yeah. What if it's like a muffled conversation from an interrogation, right? Like the door's closed, they're in here, I see the shadow moving, you feel somebody tap your chair.
That was
which
wild.
I heard. I thought you moved.
Right.
Because I heard something, it sounded like you moved in the chair.
It was like 2 or 3. Though.
I heard it.
I felt it on like the back of the chair.
I didn't acknowledge it at first because I thought it was just you, and then you said, it felt like something just tapped the chair, and I was like, I heard that from out there.
Freaked me out,
But I mean, that was kind of it. There wasn't a ton as far as the Estes itself, so it was interesting. I said, we got a lot more ground to cover. Even though there's only 2 floors, there's multiple spots to hit. We still want to do the solos and stuff, so we're going to go out, we're going to try other methods of communication, try to stir things up with some handcuffs, try to stir things up with, pretending that there's inmates here. We don't know what's going to work here. It's still such a new location of the paranormal, so I think we just move on to the next spot and see what we can get going.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, so we're upstairs in the jail cell area. We have the nope rope right here going towards the staircase back down to the first floor. The music box is also pointed out there towards the stairs, see if anybody's trying to sneak up on us. We have the static dome on this glass box here behind Dylan. We have a REM pod in cell 3 where the gentleman took his own life. We also have a REM pod over there in the showers just to see if anybody's out there getting cleaned up this late at night.
If you guys were in our live stream, music box just went off. If you're in the hallway, come. Okay. Are you coming up the stairs?
If you can you walk past that device and come up to this light on the ground here? It's a bunch of different little purple lights.
If you just walk by them, they're gonna light up different colors. It's pretty cool. Okay. You can come in here with us. We're not gonna scare you. We're not gonna hurt you. You might scare us if we see you though.
I mean, we're pretty scary.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
I was gonna say though, if you guys were in the live stream that we did earlier with Blue Collar, we had the REM pod set up in similar areas and they're going on pretty well. Yeah. So
figured why not try it again?
Yeah. See if history repeats itself.
Can you please step into the room? We won't lock you up in the cells. We just want to talk to you. Can you set that device off if you're out there by the stairs still? You just got to step in front of it. Lights up and plays music. You've been doing it.
Yeah, if you're in here with us, can you set off one of the red lights?
There's one in the showers, and there's one over here in cell 3. Just got to get up next to them, wave your hand in front of them, grab the top of them. All they do is let us know that you're here and that you can hear our voice. What?
There's like a footstep out there. Like right before we started walking, there's like a single.
Oh no, I didn't even hear it. I was busy flapping my gums. The gentleman that took his own life is over here. There's a device in the 3rd cell here, number 3. If you go up to it and grab the top of it, it'll let us know that you're in there. Could you do that for us? My name is Steve. This is Dylan. We're just here to talk to you. We're not here to judge you for anything that you may have done.
Music box.
Out there behind you?
Yeah. Is that what you were nervous about? That we were going to judge you? Or is this one of the guards? One of the sheriffs, maybe? Who worked in this jail? That's weird. It was really consistent when we first got up here.
Are there inmates up here? We got to do a count. Wake up. Time for head count. One of us is going to be coming up here later, alone, and getting handcuffed to one of these beds.
If it's easier to talk to us when we're split up, can you give us a sign? Set off a device, make music box.
Music box is off again.
Okay. Is that something you look forward to then? Us being split up? This is something Marshall said though. Every time you take your eyes off them, they'll just kind of give you enough to get your attention again. What'd you hear?
I thought I heard a voice. You can hear a truck outside.
Yeah. They said, yes, you can.
Sure can. But I thought I heard a voice. Hello? Did you just say something? If I just heard you speak, can you set off that device out by the stairs? Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Golly. Okay. Can you say it again a little louder, maybe a little closer to us? I couldn't make out what you were trying to say. Or if you want, we can use these other devices that should be able to pick up your voice a little bit easier if you have something you want to tell us.
It's a little silver box. If you speak into it, it should record your voice so that we can hear it. Okay.
I thought I heard a footstep right before that too.
Yeah. That's like similar to what I heard last time.
There was a footstep right before the music box went off.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it. So just to confirm, if you want us to use the voice recorder, can you set off the music box one more time for me?
It went off.
Okay, thank you. That's pretty cool.
All right, so we can ask them some questions and see if they have anything they want to say.
Yeah, that's intelligence though, you know? They're responding directly to us.
Should we start with a quiet one?
Sure.
Should give them a chance to say whatever they have to say first?
Right, speak their piece.
Speak their piece.
So just as we were saying, we're gonna use these little silver boxes now. Once we press this button, there's gonna be a red light. If you come up here and you speak into it, we should be able to hear your voice. This first recording, we're not gonna say anything. We're not gonna ask you any questions. Just say what's on your mind. You wanna tell us your name, how you're doing today, your best friend's name.
Tell us to get out. Whatever it is you want to get across. I'm going to go over here by 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over here by number 3, where the gentleman took his own life. And we'll see what we can get.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. So the music went off a couple times, but
Yeah.
all right. Let's see if they had anything to say to us.
Right as we stop, too, it goes off again.
There's something.
Yeah.
It's like
What was
what the
that?
fuck was that?
What was
What the
that?
fuck was that?
What was
What the
that?
fuck was that?
It was like a hum.
That was a voice.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh,
Yo, the women's cell is right on the other side.
right outside of that door.
That was like a female voice.
Yeah.
100%. That was
100%.
crazy.
It echoed.
Yeah. Hello? What was the voice you heard though? Did it sound like that?
No, that other one sounded male. That's out near the stairs too.
Yeah.
I mean, the music box is going off near the stairs. The women's cell, guys, so the women's cell is right here. That door right over there goes to the women's cell.
Like, are the showers connected? Like, there's vents right here that lead into
It leads to this.
the little hallway, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's literally right here.
That's great. That was so loud.
This is the women's cells right here, guys. That was 100% a female voice.
Yeah.
That was 100% a female voice that came from this area.
That was so loud.
There's only us here.
Yeah. That was cool though.
That was super loud. Confusion.
All right. Well.
To me it almost To me it almost sounds like ow, I bumped into something. It almost sounds like it says like don't let me out or don't let. It's like. Don't let me out.
Yeah.
Don't let me out or don't let them out. I can't, that one word is a little bit hard to hear, but the out is like.
Really emphatic about the out.
Don't let me out.
Which is quite the opposite of what you think you would hear in jail,
in
right?
a jail.
Especially if they've already served their time. This is the afterlife.
Think about it though, right? So the gentleman that took his own life, he brought himself here because he was suffering from a mental illness and he didn't know what to do.
Right.
And he's saying, don't let me out.
He feels like he might be dangerous to
Right.
others.
Or himself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get the voice, don't let me out.
Yeah. That's so sad though.
I was standing over there.
Right.
I was standing next to the cell.
I didn't even think about that.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I was standing next to the cell where he took his own life and he says, don't let me out. Like maybe he's concerned that, like you said, he's a danger to himself or others.
Right.
Because he was going through this mental crisis.
That's such a like strange thing. Is that like a moment in time, right? Did
Right.
you just catch like him saying that when he was in a jail? Or is that
Or is he
the afterlife?
still right? Is he
still suffering from that? That's
living
crazy.
that? Yeah. And then we hear that female voice.
Yeah, I still can't wrap my head around that. That was so loud.
Confusion.
All right.
Let's see what yours got.
Yeah. Yeah, one more time.
I can't make that last part out. Yeah, I don't know. That's super weird. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think we should go over to the women's cell.
Yeah.
Let's do some stuff in there. That was absolutely insane. All right. Let's try. Hey guys, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. There's not people. It's 20 degrees outside. There's not people walking around outside right now.
Yeah. And that was in the building.
It echoed inside the building.
Right. We're currently locked in by ourselves. So.
Correct. Weird. All right. Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Come on in. Do you want to come in here? We're in the women's cell.
Were you trying to lure us in here the entire time?
I gotta say lure.
I want you to go to the women's cell. Usually it's they want to keep you out.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Maybe they fancy us.
Yeah, maybe. Oh. And we usually get out.
Yeah.
So look at us go.
How nice of them.
Yeah, it's opposite day.
Yay. All right. In here.
Yeah, let's do it.
So if there's any females in here, my name is Steve, this is Dylan. Again, we're just here to talk to you. We think we heard your voice. We're gonna. That's the most that's gone off. That was a couple repetitions.
Yeah.
Are you coming in here?
It's okay if you are.
Come on in. We're gonna ask you a few questions, okay? We have these devices in our hands. All they do is allow us to hear you a little bit easier. We can't always hear you, we can't always see you, but we think we heard you. So if that was you and you want to speak to us, come on in. You can talk out loud if you're able to, but if not, speak into these devices. We should be able to hear what you have to say. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Did we just hear you yell something from in here?
Why did you want us in this cell?
Are there other people here with you?
Could you see who was here with us earlier? Do you know his name?
One, two, three. Let's see if they had anything to say.
Yeah.
Did we just hear you yell something from in here? Why did you want us to know? Are there other people here with you? Did you see who was here with us earlier? You know what I mean?
There's something there.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's Marshall though.
Are there other people here with you? Did you see who was here with us earlier? You know what I mean?
I don't.
Don't?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
Interesting.
Sorry, Marshall.
Yeah. See what this one got.
Did we just hear you yell something from in here? Why did you want us to know? Are there other people here with you? Did you see?
What's that?
Why did you want us to know? Are there other people here with you?
Yes, there is.
I can't make it out.
Why did you want us to know? Are there other people here with you?
There's three?
Who was here with us?
Say it one more
Almost
time.
sounds like it says there's
Why did
three.
you want us to know? Are there other people here with you? Who was here with us earlier? You know his name?
I don't know. Okay, so not super clear. I don't know. It's
If you said something to us that we didn't hear, can you set off that music box again? It's got like a gust of wind.
no, it's too cold.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Tell him not to do that. Is the gentleman out there who took his own life? We think we may have recorded you.
More questions?
We can come back over by cell 3. Okay. All right, we'll come out there. We're going to ask you a few questions, all right? We'll go out there, we'll do a few more questions, and then we'll move on to another spot.
Yeah. That's so intelligent, though.
Yeah.
Everything has been so intelligent up here.
Yeah, it's very strange. Very, very strange.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to come out there.
Squeeze on by you.
All right, let's both go over here by this one.
Yeah.
And just see what we can get.
Because over by the women's cell, like the ones I got were a lot quieter, so
Yeah.
I wonder if we're both over here.
Yeah. All right, we're going to ask you a few questions, okay? We think we picked you up a minute ago. Ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. Can you tell me what cell number this is right here?
Can you give us your name, please?
Can you say Morgan County?
Do you like having visitors?
One, two, three. I didn't even notice this. There's a bunch of names and stuff carved into the.
Yeah, I was looking at that like during the tour.
Still out there. It's like it goes off a ton when we're not doing sessions.
That's something Marshall said, though. He said once you stop paying attention to it, they give you enough to get your attention again,
right.
and then they
drag
stop.
you over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Can you tell me what cell number this is right here? Can you give us your name? Say Morgan County. Do you like that visitor?
Nothing super clear. Yeah, pretty quiet.
It's weird.
Can you tell me what cell number this is right here?
That's like a human
three.
whisper, though.
Yeah, it's like, it's 3.
Yeah.
And guys,
Tell me what cell
it's 3.
number this is right here? Can you give us your name, please? Can you say
There's something there,
Yeah.
too.
Nothing super clear at the end there, but that's very clearly, it's 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
So that's intelligence again.
Right.
So we have 2 intelligent things from over in this area, the disembodied female voice,
Right.
the possible footsteps we're hearing when the music box goes off. I don't know, this is a weird floor.
Yeah.
Whoever gets handcuffed up here later is gonna have a good time.
In a sec.
Shucks, share a wall with this one here, no offense, brother.
And I find it very interesting too. It's different from what we had during the live stream.
Yeah.
They were very responsive to Marshall, but I
Yeah.
feel like they're almost reluctant to use these devices.
Yeah.
Just because we're new.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because the REM pods and stuff were going off earlier.
Right.
They're not now at all. So I don't know, super weird, but let's move on. Let's get to the next spot.
Really quick, guys. In the main floor area, this is the main hallway. Right next to Steve is the artifacts room. So when this served as a museum, they had a bunch of like military artifacts. So there's said that there's many soldiers that are still in this area, which I find very interesting. So maybe we can make contact with them. Just behind me here is, they call it the dark room. That's where people are often affected. There was actually a county official who totally blacked out. He lost time and he like face planted on the floor. But we have devices blanketing this entire hallway because it is a lot of ground to cover. Down at the end near the interrogation room, we have the static dome set up. We have the note rope in the dark room, as well as a Mel, and then a REM pod to this room to the right over here.
We also have the music box back here pointing at the staircase back upstairs where we just were, but we're gonna try to get him to interact with any of the equipment down here. We're gonna probably do some DR60s as well, a couple EVP sessions before we split up into our solos. Somebody's gonna go up and get handcuffed to one of the jail cell beds. Somebody else is going back down to the interrogation room, maybe going into the interrogation room, closing the door, see if they can do some EVPs in there, focus on some questions, because it seemed like they kind of wanted to talk, but they were a little bit standoffish, trying to get used to us, because you were hearing some voices, but you couldn't make out what they were saying. I saw the shadow, so there was stuff going on down there. I think they were just warming up to us.
That's something we experienced during the live stream too. When Marshall would ask a question, it was like immediate responses.
What was that?
At the REM pod?
One of the REMs of the mouth. Which one is it? This one. It's in the dark room.
It's in the dark room?
Yeah.
Can you touch the top of that device so it lights up? You just grab a hold of it or try to knock it off the milk crate there. It's gonna light up a bunch of different colors, it's gonna make some noise, it's not gonna hurt you. Similar to...
You said the milk crate there?
Yeah.
I thought you said knock it off the milk right there.
Imagine.
Why is there milk there?
That'd be crazy. The milk right there.
Yeah, I was like, what do you... Oh, there's
Milk,
milk.
glass of milk, you know. Oh, it actually did it. So
I said, dude, the milk's right here. Can you grab the top of that again? Go ahead and grab the top of that device one more time for us if you can. Or get as close to it as you can. Kick it, it doesn't matter. You can break it.
If that milk right there floats across the room, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah. Can you step back then so that noise stops? And come out here?
That's picking up a warm spot.
It
too.
stopped.
Yeah.
On command, it stopped. It was just doing that for 30, 45 seconds straight. I asked it to stop and it stops.
Thank you. Do you like that we're kind of joking around? I understand it's not easy work being in here, or if you're incarcerated here, not a great time.
Did you hear that?
Was it like another voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was behind me. Back towards the stairs.
Yeah.
It sounded female again. That's another female voice. That one sounded like it came from back by the staircase, which goes up towards the cells.
Off camera too, when we were filming one of the light goals, we heard another voice.
Yeah,
It's
clear
a
as
common
day.
thing, yeah.
Hello? Is there somebody upstairs?
One thing that's interesting about this room too, they think it was the sheriff's living quarters,
Yeah.
or the jailer's living quarters, because he would have been on site here.
Yeah, because the kitchen was back down here behind this door. They would have lived in this portion of the building.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting that they would have lived in the same area where they did interrogation and all
Right.
that too. Like that's a lot of stuff going on in here.
It's a lot of energy,
Yeah.
and it's a huge risk to the people living here too, but I guess that's like Crown Point though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're only separated by a wooden door.
Yeah. Times were different back then.
Yeah. Times they have changed. I mean, even 1939 though, that's not that long ago. That's less than 100 years, you know?
I was almost alive.
Devices, you just gotta walk near them, touch the top of them, go to move them.
You've done this one already. You've touched the top of that. Can you do it again?
They all work the same way, pretty much.
Okay, you're getting close to it. Can you grab it?
Okay.
There's another one over here next to Dylan in the other room. You want to grab that one?
Maybe milk is the magic word.
Maybe. Do you need a glass of milk? They're like, what the hell do you...
No. What do you mean?
No.
No.
It's 2 in the morning.
Warm glass of milk, go back to bed.
Ugh. Warm milk?
Milk and cookies?
Warm milk?
Well, I don't know. I personally wouldn't do warm milk.
What is wrong with you?
What?
Warm milk? I'll have a glass of milk and cookies and go back to bed, but warm?
Isn't that like the story? Like Christmas? Warm glass of milk?
The Christmas story of warm milk?
Yeah.
What?
Whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, you know what he's talking about?
Do you want a warm glass of milk?
Literally nobody wants a warm glass of milk unless you're...
Maybe they do. That's why I'm asking.
Are they a cat?
I don't know. Would you like a cold glass of milk? See?
Hello?
You just like inhale or something?
Hello?
You just like inhale or something?
No.
Did you hear that?
No.
That was crazy. I don't know what that was.
Normal when I'm not moving.
Is that the one in there now?
No.
Oh, it's this one?
Yes, sir.
Can you make a loud noise in that room if you're in there? Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Go to bed.
You gotta get out of here. Stop asking me about milk.
I don't want a glass of milk. That's what's gotta be so frustrating too. It's like, what if they've been trying to interact with us all night, right? And then for one, we say milk and then it goes off, and then all of a sudden we think it's because we said milk, right?
They're like, these guys are idiots.
I've been trying for this for 20 minutes.
And they're talking about milk now.
Yeah.
This is why I don't talk to people. Sorry.
We understand it probably is pretty frustrating. We're not really sure how any of this works. That's why we're here. We're trying to get some more answers, understand how the afterlife works.
Or wherever you are.
If it's another plane of existence.
I feel like I'm hearing talking.
Like stuff upstairs?
Yeah, like faint talking. Is there somebody upstairs? Do you know? Hello?
Are there any service members here? Oh,
Okay.
Okay. All right, can you step back from that for a second so it stops making that noise? All right.
Sure can't. Can you step out in the hall? Here, come out here with us.
Give you some room.
Walk right out here. In one of the cells. Somebody else is going to go down to the interrogation room. Will you talk to us when we're split up? We just want to have some answers to some of the questions.
We're friends with Marshall and Jada. They told us how talkative you are. That's interesting.
That goes right off.
Yeah.
Can you grab the top of that? You did it once before.
Can you set off one of the devices that you've been using?
What's that?
What'd you hear?
I don't even know. It was like it wasn't a voice, but so it lights up and makes noise. You were using it upstairs and you just used it now. It's right over here in the doorway.
Should be gone by now.
They're in my hair. What's left of it.
That's crazy. What was that?
What?
It was like on the stairs again.
I didn't even hear
It was
anything.
like a clicking.
Oh, it's still in my hair.
That's gonna make it easier to communicate. Can you set off one of the devices we have set up?
One of us is about to be handcuffed. Are you gonna mess with whoever that is? If you're gonna go upstairs and mess with whoever's handcuffed in the jail cell, can you set off any piece of equipment on this floor? Pick anyone. What was that?
It was like in here somewhere.
Like a thud?
Yeah. That was weird. Can you make that noise again?
I just heard like 3 footsteps. It literally sounded like somebody just like started walking or running out of that last room on the end. It was like,
They don't need to run, it's all right. No rush.
that was a lot. It was like, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah?
Like it was like 3 of them.
Oh, wait.
Which one is that?
Yeah.
It's this one again. It's in the dark room again.
That's interesting. It's been kind of like the focal point in this hallway.
But those footsteps sound like they came from down there by interrogation. It sounded like they ran right out of right up that little staircase. It was like, dun, dun.
Music
That scared
box.
the shit out of me. I just jumped so bad.
Surrounded though. Why is that always a theme?
don't know.
Why is that a thing?
Gonna be for the solos.
Right. Good.
All right, well, about
On that note.
it's getting kind of late. About that time.
All right. Yeah.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, guys, really quick, if you've been enjoying tonight's investigation here at the Old Morgan, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into these solos. All right, guys, it is that time of the night. It's officially time for some solos. Now, because Dylan was under the SS session earlier down in the interrogation room, he's heading back down there now, so we can do some EVPs, try to listen for those footsteps we heard, the faint voices. And took his life. I'm doing it in this cell because there's beds, easy for me to sit on. So I'm gonna be here, music box is over here pointing towards the door, which it was going off earlier. We also have the REM pod in the cell where the gentleman took his own life. I'm gonna do some EVPs up here. He's gonna go down there, do some EVPs. Yeah.
So it's gonna be pitch black.
Pitch black for me. As soon as he closes that door, because he's going to close the door up here as well, it's going to be pitch black up here, and I'm going to be handcuffed to this lovely bed.
That's exciting.
So here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. You handcuff me, and then you go down there and. I feel like it's
a little awkward. Yeah. Just don't want you going anywhere.
Nah, that's super comfortable stuff.
You excited?
I always get handcuffed.
I mean, you know, it's just luck of the draw, I guess. Well, hope you have a great time.
Anyways. Handcuffs are not comfortable, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean, I don't think they're meant to be. But...
Oh, it's dark.
All right, well, good luck.
See you later.
Hope you have a good time.
Bye. Awesome. Can't wait. Let's see.
I didn't really get to experience it, you know, having the headphones on and whatnot. I just get weird vibes from this hallway in particular. I really had hoped we'd make contact with like a soldier, you know, when we were down here from the museum times. I thought that would have been cool, but it wasn't in the cards tonight. Maybe during the solo. There we go. So down here, we have the cat ball set up. What else we got? I believe we have a Mel right in here as well. So this is where answers as to who's down here, because when I was doing the Estes, not a lot was coming through. There's some really faint voices, but maybe we can get some clearer answers. So let's get into it.
All right, guys, so the first session we're gonna do completely quiet. I'm gonna let so it's see-through, so I can see in there, which is kind of unfortunate when I can't go anywhere. So if I see something moving in there, we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of an issue. But let's get into this, guys. I'm gonna do the first one. I'm gonna be completely quiet. I'm gonna let them talk and see if they I'm gonna let you talk. This is your chance to tell me anything you have to say. I have this device in my hand again that we used earlier. Whatever message you want to get across, anything you want to say to me, come up to this device in my hand, speak as loudly and as clearly as you can, okay? I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm gonna count to 3. I'm not gonna say anything. This is your time, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Well, let's see if they had anything to say, and hopefully it was something nice.
So hello again, my name is Dylan. I have some devices down here that should permit me to speak with you, hopefully. There's one in that chair right there. If you touch the top of it or get close to it, it's gonna light up and make some noise. There's one over there in the stack of records or the stack of books. If you walk by it, there's different lights on the top of the dome there that'll show where you're coming from, so I can hopefully try to see you. Also on the staircase right there leading up to the main floor, there's a little cat ball. It's like a little cat toy. If you just touch the top of it, it's gonna light up a bunch of different colors. Pretty cool, pretty sweet if you could do that. But otherwise, I have this little silver box. Steve told me that he used this down here before, so you should know how it works, but normally I can't see you and I can't hear you. So this, you know, tries to help bridge that gap. So this first session here, I'm not gonna ask you any questions. Just tell me what's on your mind. The floor is yours, okay? Open mic night, if you will. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Holy shit, oh my God. Holy shit, oh my God. Holy shit, oh my God. Whew. I don't know what that was. That just really scared me though. I just jumped so hard. I got that short obviously because that scared me. I don't know what that, I'm gonna turn on the light for a second so I can try to figure out what the hell that was. That scared me so much. What was that? It was like something moved. Oh, whew. Got my my heart racing a little bit. Shucks. All right, well, hopefully I picked up your voice if you tried to talk to me. That was kind of freaky, I guess. Thanks.
That is one of the clearest EVPs we've gotten all night. It very clearly says, "Get the F out." And then there's a scream. That is insane. Listen to that. That's crazy. Literally, "Get the F out," and then a scream. So not super welcoming like I was hoping. Awesome. This is gonna be fun.
All right. I don't know what to make of all that. Let's see if we got anything. Get out? First thing I thought of was like one of these things on this desk over here, like just like shifting, which is kind of an awful thought.
Well, I guess the next thing to do would be to ask them some questions. They seem like they really are excited to have me up here. You know, very welcoming. So let's ask them some questions. Maybe we'll get them to interact with the REM pod or the music box, which is right over here to my left, and see if they want to talk or if they want to use one of those things. But let's get into some questions and see why they're so angry about me being up here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Who just told me to get the F out? Why don't you want me up here? What cell number am I sitting in right now? One, 2, 3. Let's see if they were at least willing to answer some questions. I mean, I can't really get stuck, but be out of here soon, hopefully. I don't know, guys. Let's see if they had anything to say.
I'm gonna step out here for this next session, actually. So I'm not sure if that was you signaling you wanted me in this room, but here I am. You got me. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You speak into the silver box, so I should be able to hear your voice, okay? Or if you want to make another noise like that, I guess you can too, but that kind of sucked. It was kind of loud and scary, to be honest. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Did you just move something in this room? Do you like now that we're split up? Is it easier to talk to us?
Who just told me to get the F out? Why don't you want me up here? What cell number am I sitting in right now? 1, 2.
Nothing. Literally nothing on that. That's interesting. So a get the F out and a scream. I ask questions, nothing. Not a response at all. That's weird. That's super, super weird.
Can you see me? Three, 2, 1. Freaking Jesus. I'm still a little shook from whatever that noise was. It was so loud. It was definitely like wooden though. That's for sure. So like, I don't know. But let's see what we got.
Move something in this room?
What?
Move something in this room? body cam was put up. Is it easier to talk to us? Can you see me?
Not really clear. I feel like I got the best activity when I was in here, which is sad. I guess we'll go back in here.
I'm sorry if we're bothering you by being here. We mean you no disrespect. We're not here to pass judgment on whatever may or may not have happened during your life. We're just here to ask you some questions and learn more about what it's like after you people pass away. Can you choose to be here? Are you stuck here? Do you come and go as you please? These are the things we want to know. So if you're able to, please come have a conversation with me. I'm down here by cell 2. I can't really go anywhere. Light up and make noise, play some music. Or if you go up to this device here in cell 3, if you touch the top of that or wave your hand in front of it, it'll let me know that you're here and you can hear my voice. Neither of them are going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you. Again,
so far, but I feel like this is almost like a restricted part of the jail, right? Only the interrogator and the criminal would have been in here. So having like a bunch of random people like Steve and I just come in here, asking them questions, they're probably going to be very reluctant because we don't have the authority to be here. We're not supposed to be in here. You know what I mean?
all right, well, I guess let's get into the next round of questions. They didn't answer anything in that last round, which is interesting, but they obviously are here. The get the F out was very clear. The scream was very clear. The equipment hasn't gone off, which is interesting because the music box was going off up here earlier by the door and it's pointed towards that door. So let's get into some questions again, see if we can, and try to make contact with whoever that was, and we'll go from there. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Are you confused as to why I'm here? If you really don't want me up here, come up to this device in my hand and scream as loud as you possibly can.
I don't know, that main hallway in this area just have like really weird vibes. It's like you're not supposed to be here. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna try a couple more questions in here and then we'll go from there. 3, 2, 1. Better in the interrogation room? Can you say Marshall or Jada?
Can you Are you able to reach out and touch me? Can you pull on my sleeve or pull on my hood? People have said you've touched them here before. Can you do that?
Who's upstairs, handcuffed right now? Three. I'm both upstairs and in the hallway. So, I don't know, let's see.
Are you confused as to why I'm here? If you really don't want me up here, come into this device in my hand and scream as loud as you possibly can. Can you see me right now? Are you able to reach out and touch me? Do you pull on my sleeve or pull on my hood? People have said you've touched them here before. Can you do that?
Nothing. Literally nothing. So we get the F out very clear. Like they're sick of us being here. They just don't want to communicate with us anymore. They want us to leave. And we've got nothing since then. Nothing, not a single response. That just shows intelligence though, right? Like they're sick of it. We'll see what happens after that. But let's do another round of questions, see if we can get some final responses. Maybe we can get them to say goodnight at least, or goodbye if they think we're leaving, or if they know we're leaving. And then that'll be it as soon as Dylan comes and lets me out. But let's do this last round of questions, see if we can make a little bit more.
What?
Are you able to talk to me better in the interrogation room?
Yes, I can.
Are you able to talk to me better in the interrogation room? Beta? You know what state we're in right now?
Really, really quiet. Sounds like it says it.
Who's upstairs, handcuffed right now?
I just wasn't sure if it was the same individual or the same group we've been talking to. If you're just joining us, my name is Dylan. Steve is upstairs right now in the male cell block. He's handcuffed to cell number 2. You can go up there and scare him if you want to. It's kind of funny, actually.
All right, guys, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be my last round of questions for you, okay? Again, I'm not trying to overstay my welcome. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. We really just want some answers. We want to know a little bit more about you. I'm going to ask you a few more questions, and then Dylan's going to come let me out in a minute, and we're going to leave. You'll have your building back. We won't be here to bother you anymore. So please, anybody who can hear my voice, anybody at all who's up here, come down to these cells and talk into this device in my hand as loudly and as clearly as you can for me, okay? If you don't want to use this device, that's okay. Yell, scream, make a loud noise, stomp your feet. Whatever you can do to let me know that you're here. Slam a door. Show yourself. Whatever is easiest for you, please come forward and do that, okay? These are the last questions.
I'm going to do one last session down here in the interrogation room, and then it's going to be a wrap on tonight's investigation at the old Morgan County Jail. So if you do have any final messages for me, now's the time to give them. Now's the time to speak. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions, then we're going to be out of your hair for the night, okay? We appreciate all the time and the energy you took to talk to us. But let's get into it. 3, 2, 1. Did you come with the artifacts from the museum? Did you work here at the jail?
Who's the person that affected Marshall in this building? Down here. I can't tell if it was the door to the cell block itself or one of the walls in these cells. Hello? I don't know if they even had time to answer, but let's play this back quick.
Like I said, I'm going to be leaving now. Can you drop this device in my hand and say good night or goodbye? Who's the person that affected Marshall in this building? What was that?
No, they didn't even have time to answer. I don't know what that was though. That was right down there. That was so loud.
The people who were interrogated in this room, were they abused? Did the cops get away with more than they should have been able to? 3, 2, 1. Let's see.
All right, I'm gonna do one more session because that one got cut off a little bit by whatever that noise was. That made the noise down by the door. Are you coming to do head count? Again, as we're leaving, we appreciate you talking to us tonight. We appreciate the communication. Are you able to say good night or goodbye? One, 2, 3. Let's see if we can get something that time.
Let's get into it.
Did you come with the artifact from the museum? Did you work here? The jail? The people who were...
2 syllables. That's weird. That's a weird voice.
From the museum? Did you work here? The jail? The people who
I can't make that. That's such a weird voice.
Did you come with the artifact from the museum? Did you work here? The jail?
That's so weird.
Interrogated in this room. Were they abused? Did cops get away with more than they should have been able to?
There's something there too.
The people who were interrogated in this room, were they abused? Did cops get away with more than they should have been able to?
I can't quite make that out. It's like 3 words. Play it one more time.
Interrogated in this room, were they abused? Did cops get away with more than they should have been able to?
Can't make it out. I don't know. If you guys know or think you know what it says, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Maybe Steve can make it out a little bit better with the headphones on.
Was that an inmate or a jailer that made the
Nothing on that one. I don't know what that noise was still. It was down by the door. I can't tell. I really can't tell what it was. It's pitch black down there, so can't really see anything.
Guys, that's going to be a wrap on our investigation here at the Morgan County Jail in Kentucky. Weird night. So one thing that's hard to convey through the screen, right? We've been here probably like 9 or 10 at this point. So when we're filming a video like this, right, we're not just showing up. It's not an hour and a half of filming and then we leave. There's a lot that goes into this between driving all the way here. Obviously, we're from upstate New York, investigating the entire night. Sometimes nights are jail, and I'm gonna go get Steve out from the handcuffs.
What a weird night, guys. It started off a little bit slow. Like the SS session was a little bit quiet at the beginning of the night. It really was. I wasn't sure if they were gonna be, nervous about talking to us or a little standoffish, but right after that, it picked up like crazy. Very clear, very intelligent. And they tie back into the location, right? Like the one that says, don't let me out. Like, is that the gentleman next door who passed away after taking his own life? He was having some sort of mental crisis when he was here, and he brought himself to the jail because of this. So as he's saying, don't let me out because he knows he's a danger to himself or to somebody else. That's mind-blowing stuff. That's very intelligent. And again, it ties right back into the history of this location. What a crazy night, guys. Old Morgan County Jail down here in West Liberty, Kentucky. Definitely come check it out. You're gonna love it. It's such a cool spot. Check it out. Check out Blue Collar Paranormal, guys. They're amazing people, but I'm ready to get out of here and get on to the next location now as soon as Dylan unlocks me. So that's it, guys. I'm calling it a wrap here. I'm gonna sit here and wait, but we'll wrap this up for you, and I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, guys, well, the solos being over, that is a wrap on the old Morgan County Jail.
Yeah, it was an interesting night. It started off a little bit quiet with the Esters, kind of like they were trying to get a feel for us, if they wanted to talk to us, if they were unsure why we were here, but after that, kind of opened up a little bit, and we started having some weird experiences.
We had some wild activity throughout the entire night between devices going off and EVPs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a location I would definitely recommend. Again, if you guys don't know who runs this place, Blue Collar Paranormal, check them out. We're gonna link all their stuff down below. They have a ton of locations in the Kentucky, Ohio area, so check them out. But yeah, I think it's about that time to get back on the road.
Yeah, they're some of the best people out there. They're
Nice.
super, super nice. Marshall and Jada, awesome people, guys. This is our second location in a row of theirs, and we're doing another one next week. So they have a ton of spots, and they're always adding more. So again, check them out. Really, really awesome people. Show them some love. But it was a weird night. The EVPs, I think, what really stood out to me tonight were the clear EVPs upstairs, and then that disembodied voice.
Yeah.
I think there's more to uncover here.
Absolutely.
Possibly some shadow figures, people getting touched, rushed up, and affected here. I think we need to come back and try to experience that again for ourselves at some point.
The more groups that come through here, too, I think the more used to the equipment they're going to get. But yeah, for sure.
Weird night. Let's get on the road. Let's get to their next spot, and we'll see what we can get there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.